top 8 now.
Yeah. Re-meeting here in losers. We're going to see who is going to be the one to push it all the way. Because, you know, just like just carrying on from my sort of like, I'm going to turn my mistake into a talking point. Because, you know, with 2 games, you know, 2 or 3, there is, you know, this game is a marathon, not a sprint. As much as, you know, people like Darkstalker it might look like a sprint. These are very, very long games, especially when you're playing a character like Samus. It's all about downloading, it's all about adapting, and it's all about re-adapting to whatever your opponent can throw at you. And that extra game in a set can really make the difference.
Yeah, for sure. The reverse trios are a thing for a reason. And I think RAMBOSS was saying on Twitter after loss that he maybe needs to do a little bit more work against aggressive playstyles. Trillbi, probably one of the most aggressive players in the country with this Roy. Big believer on just going in, making your opponent be scared, taking early stocks, which, I mean, it's a game plan I can get behind as a viewer, as a commentator. RAMBOSS as well, I mean, he plays Samus, but he's not the most offensive Samus that you've seen. Like, he will go for the clip when he wants to, and we'll see if he can find any in this losers top 8 match here, MCQ7, RAMBOSS versus Trillbi, opening up on small battlefield.
Yeah, that's the stuff. Got the opening screw attack from RAMBOSS there. Going to try to just get as much chip as possible against this Roy, because eventually they're going to have to second guess coming in if they're a little bit too high. But be able to catch him out. Not going to be able to catch the landing, just going to go a little bit of charge instead. But Trillbi can hit the go button whenever they so please now. Spike a little bit sour there, not going to be able to do it, but the back air coming through as well.
Yeah, the sour dare was still really good for them as they keep the ledge trap situation. RAMBOSS took a lot of damage off that interaction, and Ram going for the down smash off the charge shot. Something you don't see too often is a real combo, and it's because it's to get Roy off stage. It sends at such a nice low angle.
I think there's going to be a really interesting kind of like negotiation of attacks here, right? Because RAMBOSS loves to screw attack out of shield. Of course he does. He's a Samus, right? But if you've got, Trillbi's got a sword, so he can outspace it. But Trillbi doesn't want to outspace it because he's Roy. Yeah. And so you get this really interesting game of chicken that I think we're going to see coming out now, as looking somewhat even. RAMBOSS on a slightly less receiving end of these trades, but gonna get the side B coming through, and it kills from center.
Yeah, gotta be careful if you're gonna scrap with Roy. Samus definitely can play these close quarter situations, like you were saying, but Roy, I mean, we talked about Samus screw attack, but Roy, I believe it's called Blaze, no, Blaze is neutrally. What is up, people?
Big fire
move that goes in the air. Yeah, I mean, that is not something to be messed with either. Ram goes deep.
The tech is there.
Yeah, if you're going deep like that, you have to learn to tech, otherwise you're going to make yourself look very silly on stream.
Got that right. Such an early air dodge from RAMBOSS there. I don't know if he expected a lot more airspeed, but instead he's able to respect it. Doesn't get the fair. And now both players just looking for something very... I think those pummels just about do it.
Yeah, I love to see people actually abusing their pummels because it makes a difference with your kill throw. And to be honest, I don't even know that was the correct DI from Trillbi. There were no red flashes.
Yeah. But fair enough now. Oh, the very clip of that side B going to take him out. And RAMBOSS covering seemingly 2 options at once right there. Not going to be able to catch the tech roll. Good option from Trillbi. Could have rewarded him a lot, but doesn't really need it now as he's just fighting to get a little bit of stage control back now. Air dodge going to be burnt and punished by the forward tilt as well.
Getting stage control back versus RAMBOSS is easier said than done. Trillbi's done it now, but it took him a long time. And he calls out the jump with an R smash. Huge big round read coming out there from Trillbi.
Oh,
but
good
never
stuff.
mind. Ram going deep with a nair of his own. And the biggest spike there from Trillbi.
10% more, I think, was all Trillbi needed. But RAMBOSS has a charge. Actually, no, yep. No, he doesn't there. But the Zair coming out, not something he's using too much because the speed of Roy, the initial dash, is something that can just absolutely finish you if you miss that Zair. As the parry comes out, not going to be able to get much, not worth it. Yeah, dash attack going to be punished.
Don't want to interact with Roy. This up B has been doing so much work for Trillbi. The trip of the charge shot, that is some interaction. I don't think Trillbi has a jump right now.
Thanks, Brawl. As we get stuck in here, great spike into the up air, but it's just not strong enough. can RAMBOSS find it? He's got the advantage, but the Zaire misses. And if you miss it, Roy's dash speed will send you to the crater, my friend, now.
Cannot be whiffing versus this Roy, especially Trillbi. They will always be going in. They will always be looking for an opening. Huge chase down, looking for the scaredness.
Fair play to Trillbi with the mix-up, but this could be it. RAMBOSS going deep. The very, very edge of that forward flame. Gonna take him.
It's all patience from Ram. Trillbi wanted something. They were dash dancing, forward, back, really looking for it, then committed to the side B. And just maybe they were looking for a shield break, maybe they thought Ram was really going to press the button. But Ram stayed strong, held shield, and then just got that throw off stage. And like we're saying, Roy's recovery is not the best, and especially versus someone like Samus. They're forward air, closing it out for RAMBOSS. But really, anyone could have taken that game.
Yeah, agreed.
Trillbi had their moments, and they got that spike. If there was a few more % that spike, I don't think RAMBOSS was making it back.
I would completely agree. And I think this, you know, even though we've seen Trillbi do it before, this is a very difficult sort of, you know, sort of like creak in the game plan of Roy, right? Because you want the horizontal game. You want to run up and you want to do your business. But RAMBOSS, just by charging neutral B, just denies so much of an approach. Because RAMBOSS will never use neutral B until he does. And there
it is.
Oh, weighing out the counter, good stuff. Wasn't quite confident enough to go for anything spicy, but a little bit of stage control is all she needs as the air dodge straight down. Oh, tried to read the roll in, I think.
Yeah, unlike the end of the last game, RAMBOSS actually now pressing quite a few buttons in these kind of scrambly panic situations. He doesn't have a jump, I guess.
think he just trapped himself in the neutral B. Maybe he just knew that he was too gone. You can see in the player cam he was a little bit flustered by that one, but nothing he can't remedy if he plays correctly. But Trillbi is going to be the one who's looking to push that advantage. Beautiful parry, beautiful dash back. Ooh, runs straight in. Messes up his own tempo with the side B.
Almost landing the down air, but not quite. But Trillbi, you can tell they're feeling themselves in this second game. It's all the momentum this way. But RAMBOSS might end that with a charge shot. Trillbi manages to make it back.
That foot a little bit too good frame-wise as the fair comes out and punishes him off stage. RAMBOSS needs to rack up some damage because one hit from Trillbi will give him the advantage once again. He's in the air, but he's just a little bit sour.
And this is the thing, sometimes just a little bit of a misspacing on Roy can be the detriment. RAMBOSS retreating all the way across the stage, not wanting to involve himself with this Roy.
A little bit low profile by that dash, but it doesn't quite matter. RAMBOSS still keeping Trillbi at an arm's length, literally, as he techs into the stage. 147 on this Samus right now, just desperately trying to find some solace.
But Trillbi, yeah, just covering everything, really feeling themselves in this second game. They've kind of got all the momentum. Ram's been pushing a little bit too hard. That might be a bit of snapback on Ram's controller. You don't want to be seeing that in a top 8 set.
Grab sends him up. Can he find an easy kill here, or is RAMBOSS going to find the reversal? We've seen him do it before, but Trillbi has been on fire, and he is right now too.
That was a little really nice bait coming out from Ram. The short up into up smash. How can he get down? He does successfully by delaying with the bombs. And the Nair comes out before the up B can properly connect for Trillbi.
I was going to say RAMBOSS took a 1% trade there.
Yeah.
And best deal in the history of Smash trade deals. The rising fair comes up and the down tilts.
But Trillbi got another offstage situation, again looking for the spike. Can't quite find a hit on Ram. Never mind, that might kill. Not
just barely. Not going to be able to get the spike either. And the fact that that didn't kill could do a lot of hurt to our buddy Trillbi now. The max there coming out. Does RAMBOSS want to push it all the way? No, he doesn't. Good stuff. Not going low from Trillbi there as the screw attack does its best to equalize this set. The very edge of the dash as well. Can Trillbi make it back? If he does, it could be it now as he gets the grab and sends him off. He's going to go deep.
Him. He was going to get hit by the up tilt. The bomb hit him behind RAMBOSS. Really unfortunate stuff there for Ram. And Trillbi might be taking this game now. Up throw, not going to seal it out, but RAMBOSS has got to land versus Roy.
Could be rough. There's the catch on the jump as Trillbi ties us up 1-1.
What a couple of interactions. That game could have gone either way. Staying with the first game, to be honest, so I guess it's fair that we're here at 1-1.
I would completely agree. And I'm curious to see if this is Trillbi running away with some serious momentum, or if Ramboss is going to say, you know what, fair enough, I kind of SD'd, I threw it a bit, I can take him.
Yeah, that was a good point on the SD, because that ended up very, very close by the end of it.
Yeah.
So it could have been Ram's game to take and then be up 2-0, and it's a completely different story when it's 2-0 compared to 1-1.
Yeah, you got that right. We're going to see who can find it. I did see Trillbi, give the little finger single. The finger signal. Wanted to run back. But Ramboss, you've seen that picture on Twitter of him with the book. You know, he's a wise man.
He studies.
He studies. I don't know if he's going to fall for that. Instead, it looks like he's taking us to PS2.
Yeah, a bit of a wider stage. I like this. And not the tri-plat layout that I guess Trillbi was getting a little bit more of. Oh, the Sephiroth. So we've been seeing this a little bit from Ramboss at the Meltdown locals.
Yeah.
Generally, it's not been working out, I'm going to be honest.
No, not really. Like, fair play. He is playing it against streaks. But clearly there's something here that Ramboss wants to put in. I don't think it's like him to just be like, all right, well, fair enough, I'm just going to use this to lab, which is basically what he was doing at Meltdown. I think he sees something in this. So either he's willing to give a game, give this a chance, and then go back to the Samus, or he's got something brewing in that mind of his.
Yeah, but the thing about this being a secondary Sephiroth that he probably hasn't played all day is the combos aren't quite there yet. Like, Trillbi running all the way while he's been marked with the side B. You've got to be careful with that.
Tries to read the platform drop. Not quite going to do it now as the grab comes through. Able to mash out. Good stuff, but you clip the platform and he's just trapped on there. Luckily, Trillbi not able to find any kind of a punish now as he gets the falling there. Run, dash in, dash out. Double jab.
Oh, he just can't land. Never mind. Up B brings Ram right back down.
Oh, that could be bad, but he's just going for a grab instead. Good jump to avoid the back end. Knew that one was coming. And it's hard to analyze this, right? Because either Ramboss isn't necessarily using his range to his advantage, or Trillbi is refusing to leave that zone.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Roy is so fast, and Sephiroth is a lot better versus slow characters, in my opinion, but can't get in versus that range. But when you got Roy that's just in your face the whole time. But as we say that, Ramboss has been taking the momentum away from Trillbi these last couple of moments.
Yeah, I think Trillbi really wanted to call a roll there, and instead Ramboss stood his ground and was able to send him back off to the other side. Counter wasn't able to do much, but that fair is going to cover any option. See if he can get a grab kill here.
Yes.
Sephiroth a little too light.
Yeah, that was the thing. I was thinking, oh, Roy up throw's not that good, but exactly. Sephiroth's lightweight coming back to bite. And I don't think he really even got to get some winged shenanigans going. It was, yeah, not the silly stuff that we know Sephiroth for. And speaking of silly
just
stuff,
getting absolutely done in. This Rage Roy is absolutely Roy Rage, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, he's blazing right
good
now.
Stuff.
The mix-up with the down air coming out from Ramboss.
The taunt as well, good stuff. He's looking to get a bit of momentum going his way. And we've been seeing a lot of Joker. We've been seeing even some Kazuya. Remember, Sephiroth one wing is not like a sort of standard compact percentage mechanic. When it's here, it stays. And if you're falling behind stock-wise, it will come out earlier. So even if Ramboss falls behind, he's always got that insurance.
And Trillbi's got to be careful. They are marked, and yeah, it was just a bit of a checkmate situation there right now. Ramboss slowly coming back into this, but it's really going to be about who can take a stop next.
Let me put you in a situation, Chili. If you're sitting here, you're playing Sephiroth, I'm playing Roy, we're in, it's 1-1, losers top 8. I turn to you and I say, by the way, how do I time Sephiroth bombs? By the way, would you tell me?
I know it's based on.
No, I just mean, would you actually tell me, or would you keep that shit to yourself?
There's a clock mechanic. I've seen people try to explain it. I couldn't tell you what the time is right now, but Trillbi doesn't seem to care.
I am curious, yeah, if Trillbi himself knows, or if he's just so bloodthirsty that he refuses to give it any mind. Right now, as looking fairly even, it is going to be Trillbi.
Cool out, dashing all the way across the stage, recognizing that Ramboss was going to jump back in that situation, and the F tilt just about clipping. Trillbi looking good right now, going deep off stage, really been wanting that spike all set.
And you can see why this Sephiroth looks good on paper. because Trillbi is constantly at high percents, and if he stays there for too long, he's going to put that rage to good use. But, ooh, good call out on the counter. The problem is, Trillbi's so fast, there's no time for a hard read. There's no time for a kill option, because Sephiroth has to use a very hard commitment. Fair enough, he'll find a kill very early, but he's got to find it first. What insane, insane work from Trillbi there. Refusing to back down. Run, shield, hold your ground. Take down the one-winged angel. 1-2.
Yeah, really, really good patience actually from Trillbi. Talk about normally how they're quite aggressive player, but recognizing that versus Sephiroth, you do have to pick your moments. Walking up, shielding, and then recognizing when Ram was scared, I believe there was a rollback, and Trillbi covered it perfectly. There's been a lot of these kind of retreating options that Ram's been going for, and Trillbi's all over it. And I don't think we're going to see that Sephiroth again.
I can't imagine so. And one thing that I think is a little bit underrated about Roy, I could be wrong, is it's all of the quote-unquote anime swordsmen. The way they low profile when they dash is fantastically infuriating.
Especially, yeah, Roy and Chrom, they really just like stick their nose on the floor as they Naruto run kind of.
Exactly, right? Those cringe little swordsmen. And you can see it there, RAMBOSS with these retreating fares. Such a strong move. But Roy when he's dashing and Roy when he's standing idly are two completely different characters. And so if you're not ready to properly account for that movement, he's gonna find his way in and he's gonna punish you.
And we are going back to the Samus. I think it's what we all expected. Ram's given himself quite a bit of work to do right now versus this Roy. I didn't see the stage pick, but I imagine we're going to something nice and big again. We're going back to Battlefield.
Interesting. Not quite the longest thing, but doesn't mean he can't put in effort.
Yeah,
right
I mean,
now.
Samus is definitely good. Both these characters very good on Battlefield. I think both Game 1 and Game 2 were on Battlefield, so it kind of makes sense that we go back here.
Ooh, a fantastic movement from RAMBOSS. The single jab into the dash back into the grab is going to put him on equal footing until he takes over Trillbi with a little bit of scenario here, just controlling that space. Looks like Trillbi is going to be the one to take a little bit of the stage back right now as the dash doesn't come through.
Now Ram looking to reset. I've seen Ram moving a little bit more, and I think that's when he's playing at his best, is when he's abusing Samus's airspeed and just juking around the opponent. But right now he's got to land versus the Roy. Goes deep off stage. Trilbi looking for it again.
Barely getting away with it there. Just avoiding that dash at all costs. But Trilbi isn't fast enough.
I think they got a misinput dash there going for the S smash, and that was enough to delay the S smash enough, and then Ram gets the reversal.
And with the single miss of a button, it's now 70 on Trilbi. What an advantage pushed from RAMBOSS. Double screw attack miss, it doesn't matter. I thought he was going to go for a third. And there it is.
This is the power of Battlefield, and this is one of the reasons why Samus do like it. Trilbi can't figure out how to cover that right now.
See how many more we're going to see. Because surely you can only get away with that for so long. RAMBOSS making his way back to center stage 4-3. The fair going to catch out the jump as well. Oh, amazing maneuvering from RAMBOSS there.
Yeah, the bomb to catch the up B. Trilbi really had no other option but to go straight into it. Yeah, and it's just not Trilbi's game, is it?
You've got to be thinking right now, does RAMBOSS have some kind of deal with Satan, right? Where he's got to play a Sephiroth game or else? Like, this is explosive from RAMBOSS.
Yeah, it seems like the Samus was definitely the pick all along. Trilbi really just looking quite lost right now. After a couple of misinputs, just seems to close out the game. I'm surprised that didn't shield poke.
There it is.
But Trilbi does get stuck on the board. A lot of work still to do.
Falling there. RAMBOSS sends him so far off. And Trilbi's one for non-stop aggression, for non-stop moving. He's like, you know what? Death. Game 5. Give it to me. Let's get in there.
No point trying to recover where they would only make it back if Ram saved them.
Exactly. And I don't think RAMBOSS is looking too generous right now, I'm going to be honest.
I think he has got a bone to pick. He's already lost to Trilbi once today, does not want to make it happen a second time. He wants this run back. The Game 5 is here, second set in a row.
And look at the game sense. The one stock, two stock, two stock.
Well, so I'm not the smartest guy here, but I can recognize a pattern when I see it.
I think so. Pattern-seeking monkey brain. Any Osu fans out there looking for a Game 5 right now? And if you compare the Sephiroth and that Samus game last, you could actually see that Trillbi put himself in the same situation in that last stock. The run forward, the shield, the constant approach, snuffing out options. But this time, you're not just dealing with a long, noodly Sephiroth bear. You're dealing with everything in the kitchen sink, and that caught him off guard.
But RAMBOSS has allowed Trillbi to go to Smashville. This is one of the smallest stages in the game, and it's going to mean that Roy can get right in onto Samus.
Everyone here in Europe knows the horrors of a very edged side B. And we're going to see if we can get a run back of that. The Samus Roy throwdown right now. Really wanted an early lead right now, but he does catch the drift down.
Yeah, both players have been so hungry for spikes the entire set. And I think sometimes it's coming back to bite them because they lose control. Now Trillbi has got the stage. What will they do?
Oh, good use of the tether. Can't use it too often, but when you do, falls through the stage, but somehow that up smash a little bit too sour on the palate of RAMBOSS there. Oh, doesn't get the B reversed. It doesn't matter, gets the jab run back into the fair, just trying to snuff out an approach. But Trillbi's patience cinches him the first stock.
The run-up tilts from Trillbi this whole set have been so good. We saw the run-up F tilts in game 3, but now the run-up up tilt to sneak under, really, really good stuff. Can RAMBOSS close this out so that it stays at an even game? That charge shot is a good way to set things up.
If you can find a fair here, that could be it, and there it goes. Gets the pretty pixel of that fair in order to link things up, see if he can make it work. You can't throw out too many of those Zers, or else Trillbi is going to punish you. Same with the screw attacks. Trillbi's getting wise. It's not going to work too many times now.
What's the ledge trap? Ram being really patient and actually just gives Trillbi center stage. Maybe a little bit too much patience this time.
Yeah. Trillbi really needs to cotton on to the timing of this fair because he's lost a lot of stocks to just dropping a shield or jumping in or drifting a little too early. As the air dodge gets him back, that tilt comes out so quickly as well.
The bomb into the charge shot, but still not going to do it.
All the way, but Trillbi tries his best. And now he needs to find a miracle run. You can see it. He runs straight into the shield. Maybe a little bit too eager there, buddy. As RAMBOSS takes control once again now.
And that's one mistake from Ram, and Trillbi unable to capitalize. That was the moment they had to get back into the set, and it just doesn't work out. The counter.
Trillbi's risking a lot on 50-50s right now, but it's RAMBOSS with the 2 stocks. I understand what he's going for, but it could be curtains for him. As he's just keeping up the pressure now. RAMBOSS goes low. Doesn't get the spike now. Dash back, dash forward. Here we go. Gets the throw off stage. Can he find the spike? Doesn't need it right now. Just playing a little bit slower. Fair play. He's had a few breaths. He's now taking control, and now he's sent him off the other side.
Yeah, Ram just slowing it down, doesn't mind actually getting hit a little bit, as long as he can just kind of slow down the pace and finally resets to neutral. Trillbi calling out the jump again. Trillbi's callouts have been really, really hot. It's actually kind of the easier situations that they've been screwing up in. Nair sends off stage. This is big.
RAMBOSS wanted the second. We're going to see as the forward smash comes out. And now there's a Roy about to be raged, and there's a RAMBOSS who's looking engaged.
Oh, misses the timing on the down smash. Looked like Ram had that covered, and it could have been curtains. Trillbi, one last lease of life, goes off stage.
Trillbi could call it all here, but he stays true. He doesn't want to risk it all just yet. Spike could have been it. RAMBOSS needs to find something to clash with the frame of that jab. A little bit too much. That is Samus under there with the frames to back up the game. Right now, as Trillbi looking for a way in, looking for a juggle, sends him up, doesn't get a grab.
Reads the roll, but not able to get down because Samus was still in the morph pool.
Clips him coming up, and now it's center stage, forward smash, and that's it. Trillbi falls, and RAMBOSS gets the run back.
What a mix-up. The F smash on shield just knew that Trillbi was itching to press the button after that charge shot, and that is it. RAMBOSS is moving on. But what a run from Trillbi.
What a because there's no real point in saying it. I know, you know, my mum knows, everyone knows that Trillbi was absolutely steaming here today. Fantastic stuff. Only now, after the run back against RAMBOSS, does he fall. You can't stress enough how well Trillbi has done.
Can't believe it. Fabs is coming on stage right now. What is Fabs actually?
Oh, he wants wants a couple of stats. I don't know what specifically he's looking for. I would be curious. Thank you for the stats team.
Oh, what?
is there a bit of
They're
a
trying to find what? What are they looking for?
What are they looking for?
Ground time, 96 seconds. Air time, 120 seconds. That's actually quite interesting.
No swim time though. I think